She's not a sponsor. She's just a guest on the finalist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if
seat. Welcome to the second annual Flagship Pitch Competition. Let's give it up. I'm so excited to have you all here this evening. We're in for a treat tonight. We have 6 amazing contestants, but we'll get to that. We have a few housekeeping things. Come on and find a seat. Hopefully the live stream can see us on Facebook and in the other room. Give me a minute. This is good. This is good. Thank you all for coming. All right. Sorry, I have the Reverend rag. I sweat a lot, so just be gracious to me. So, okay, to get started, before we really move into tonight's competition, there's a few acknowledgments I need to make sure I do. First off, I want to thank Community Hospital Anderson. They are our title sponsor for tonight, so please get a round of applause for Community Hospital Anderson. They came in seeing our vision and wanting to be a part. And you might all ask, why does a hospital want to be a part of helping small businesses? Well, later this evening, Mr. Tom Bannon of Community Hospital Anderson will have a moment to really share his heart, the hospital's heart, of why they invest in things like this for the community. So stay tuned for that, but I want to make sure I acknowledge them because this year's pitch competition would not be possible without them. So thank you, Mr. Tom Bannon. Let's give it up for our Community Hospital Bannon. Let's give it up for our Community Hospital Anderson. Second, I would like to thank some core partners of ours, the City of Anderson and Anderson University, for allowing Flagship to do fun things like this for the community. Let's give it up for these 2 organizations. I would like to invite, I can't see him, I'd like to invite my captain, my CEO, Dr. Terry Truitt. Oh, he's hiding behind me. Dr. Terry Truitt, please give us a few words if you don't mind.
A few words, if you don't mind. We are so glad to have you all here tonight. Thank you all for coming. This is where we do our work every day. It's so great to have the community come here and be part of what we're doing. Thank you very much for coming out tonight. I, too, am excited about... Okay, you're good? I, too, am excited about our 6 finalists tonight. I can't wait to see their presentation, see them pop out, do things well. It'll be fun to watch them go. Our hope, too, is that our finalists tonight will inspire others amongst our crowd here to step out and do the entrepreneurial thing themselves. I hope that happens. That's our intent while we're here. Also, I'd be remiss, though, if I did not share with you what you already know, and that we would not be able to have this showcase if we did not have a team that could build a stage behind it. And we had the Flagship and Bankable team. We're here this evening who worked really hard to pull this off. They started working the day after the one last year and worked all the way to this year. Please join me in thanking the Flagship Bankable team. And since Josh would not let me do this at the end of the show, I am going to ask you to thank Josh for his work because Josh is the one who led the charge to get this done. He started with us last year, just a month or 2 before the last pitch. He pulled it off. We've been working tirelessly since then. Please give it up for Josh again. I'd also like to thank my bosses who are in the room. They have several board members who are here. Would you please wave your hand, board members, if you're here? Yes? Yeah, come on. Thank you very much. So without these, ladies and gentlemen, we would not be able to govern well. So they give us good guidance and wisdom, and I'm particularly appreciative of their support for us. Also, I join Josh in thanking Anderson University and the City of Anderson for their support and being supporting partners with Flagship Enterprise Center and Bankable. But also I want you to know too, that what Flagship is today would not be possible without the dedication and the intention of Mayor Broderick. He is someone who has made it a point to take on some considerable political risk to make Flagship be what it is today and enable us to do things today. And so I'd like to ask if you would please to allow Mayor Tom Broderick to come forward. Almost said Tom Bannon, sorry.
I'm not running.
I would like you to join me in welcoming Mayor Thomas Broderick, Jr.
Thank you, Terry. I'll go ahead and give this to Tom anyway.
You can have it. You can have it.
No, thank you very much. Very proud to be here. As you know, Flagship is a combination of Anderson University and the City of Anderson coming together about 25 years or more ago now and forming this organization. And it is just grown and really it's sort of, from time to time it's turned over and done different things, and has not been any stronger than it is now. And I think what you're seeing here tonight is some proof of that. Some of the dedication that Terry and his staff and the Flagship board and all the folks have to make sure that we continue to work with entrepreneurs, that we work with individuals within our community. And I want to congratulate the 6 groups that are here tonight. I know you guys have some exciting products to show us. We're so proud of you, and we're really looking forward to seeing all the new ideas that you're going to bring to the table, knowing that that is part of Anderson's future and that you are part of our future. And so we appreciate very much everything that you do. And I'd also like to thank community for their continual support, not only of this organization, but really of all the organizations in Anderson. They do such a great job for everybody in the county, countywide. So thank you so very much. And Terry, thank you for the introduction. Thank you.
Let's give it up, guys. Let's give it up. Thank you so much, Dr. Terry Stewart and Mayor Broderick. Thank you so much for you guys' support. All right, now on to the exciting stuff. No offense, guys. All right. So, you guys are here for these 6 businesses. So let's talk about the 6 businesses. So up here, let's meet the finalists. So we have Grow West LLC. Let's give it up. We have Twister Soda Bar. True Alternative Fuel Systems. Inspire Edible Designs. Genoa Sales. And last but certainly not least, Dream Team Academy. This is why you guys are here. You guys are here because you know someone crazy enough to start their own business. And not just start their own business, but now look to grow it and really impact our community. But why are these 6 businesses taking the time out of their busy lives to do this? Well, they're here for the prize. So let's talk about the prize, what tonight is actually about. We have 3 prize sections. So just so everybody realizes, these 6 finalists competing tonight have already competed against about 30 other applicants. They have been chosen to be the finalists. So no matter what, every single finalist here is walking away with a finalist prize. Thank you. But then we also have the opportunity to name a grand prize winner and a runner-up. These prizes are prize packages consisting of a $30,000 grand prize and a $10,000 runner-up prize. It's very exciting to be able to do economic development and helping small businesses grow in such an exciting way. So let's talk about these prize packages, because you're probably like, well, how does this exactly work? So this is how our prize packages are broken down. We want to lead with transparency here at Flagship. And so the way we do things, we don't do just straight cash, because we have seen over the years, to help a small business, yes, they need access to capital, and we do a lot of that. But also resources are good, because sometimes entrepreneurs get money and don't actually know what to invest in for their business. So we've broken it down into resources and cash prizes. We've had a handful of different sponsors and community partners help us build these packages, and we're very excited about how this is broken down, and we'll be touching on this later this evening. Now you're probably also wondering, well, how are we deciding who wins these prizes? Who is walking away with the grand prize? Well, let me take a moment to introduce our judges. Please give it up for these community judges right now. So these 5 individuals are volunteers. They are pillars in our community and have taken time out of their schedule to come here and do yet again another opportunity to serve and lead our community. So I'm going to take a moment to brag on them a little bit. They might feel uncomfortable, but that's okay. They accepted the role. So first up and foremost, I really want to shout out Dr. Treva Bostic. Yeah, come on. Dr. Treva Bostic, she's become one of my favorite people of the last year because of what she's doing in the community, her heart, but also her grit. She is the owner and the founder of Culture Durban Winery, who, if you got the spread or had a drink tonight, you can thank her. But also, she was last year's grand prize winner. So she is coming back to be a part of dubbing the next winner, which I'm so excited. So let's give it up for Dr. Treva Bostic. Next, we have Rachel McCracken. She is the business development manager of Madison County Chamber of Commerce. She herself was an entrepreneur, running multiple in-home daycares for years. She has been an entrepreneur, she knows what it takes, and now she is getting back in her nonprofit role at the chamber. Rachel, thank you so much for being here. Let's give it up for Rachel. Please also help me welcome and thank Mr. Levi Rinker. He is a staple in our downtown development. He helps oversee all of Anderson's downtown development, and also he's an entrepreneur himself. He is a co-founder and an artist for the A-Town Center in downtown. So he again knows that entrepreneurial grit. We have people who are experiencing it and doing it themselves. Please get up for Levi Rinker. Dr. J in the house. If you guys don't know Jesse Reynolds, you really should. Dr. Jesse Reynolds here, he is the executive director of the Leadership Academy. I've had the privilege over the last year to be a part of the Leadership Academy. If you have an opportunity to go through it, you really should. You meet people, you build a community, and you really begin to make Madison County home. And that's what it's about, really being able to invest in this community for, I have a 14-month-old and another baby on the way. I want a place to raise my kids well. And so I invite you all to partner with Dr. Jesse Reynolds. And Jesse, thank you for being a part of this tonight. Thank you for continuing to lead us. Let's give it up for Dr. Jesse Reynolds. And last but surely not least, we have Mr. Dan Courtney. Mr. Dan Courtney here is one of Flagship's board members. He has served in multiple capacities. He's helped Anderson University, and now he functions as a business consultant, continuing to help small businesses, large businesses with his expertise, and he's continuing to invest here in this community. Thank you, Dan Courtney. So these are our judges of our community here in Madison County. Here at Flagship, we do not have any say in who's going to be walking away with tonight's grand prize. These judges at the end of the night will have time to deliberate and make that final decision, and tonight we will find out who is walking away with that grand prize. But we have given the judges some criteria in which the contestants and the finalists have been preparing for over the last couple months. And so we're going to take a look at that. So here's sort of the rules for tonight. We want to sort of let you guys behind the curtain and let you know how this works. So first off, we have the breakdown. So tonight, each contestant, each finalist will have a 15-minute segment. This is broken down into each contestant getting 6 minutes to present their pitch, having a live Q&A with the judges for 7 minutes, and roughly 2 minutes of transition time. Just gotta count, some housekeeping there. The 6 minutes is sharp, so if they don't finish their pitch in time, I will gracefully cut them off. The judges' Q&A time is also strict. We got a long show ahead of us, so I'll have to end Q&A at a certain time to make sure we keep the ball rolling. But each contestant has been preparing to have this concise pitch. They are also required to hit these topics you see before you. Now again, you might be wondering how exactly can you do this in 6 minutes? Well, they've been planning, preparing, and it's going to be tough. But again, these presentations, it isn't necessarily every slide is going to be one of these topics. They might just touch on one of these. They might just talk about their team, who's really consisting of their business. But they might show you some of their sales and marketing to give you an idea of how tangible their goals are. So we're excited to see their creativity. We've given them the freedom to really share their story how they need to. But there are some things to make sure that we're doing our due diligence to make sure that person walking away with the grand prize is actually going to execute on that vision. We want to see real growth, real impact in our community. So this is our due diligence of doing it. I think that's all. Okay. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Technical difficulties. This is what happens with live events. All right. Are we good? All right. Sorry about that, everyone. All right. Are you guys ready? Come on. That's really me. I said, are you guys ready? There we go. All right. So please help me welcome the very first pitch of the night, Jacqueline Chapman of Twister Soda Bar.
Hey everyone, I'm so glad to be here tonight. My name is Jacqueline Chapman. I am here with Twister Soda Bar. I am so excited to share our business with you. Has anyone in this room been to Twister Soda Bar? Let me see. Yes. I'm so glad. If you have not been, you are missing out. You better come and see us. We're in Pendleton, Indiana, right by the high school off of Angle Road. So Twister Soda Bar, what is it? It is a great place to get your favorite drink with a refreshing twist. So I just want to go into a little bit more about our business and introduce to you our story, what we're all about. So like I said, my name is Jacqueline, and I'm here tonight with my amazing business partner, Kelly Klein. Her and I started this business as a small lemonade stand with our boys. It grew from that to going to a farmer's market. We decided, let's just do it, let's just go all in, begin with the end in mind. We put our menu and our logo together in 4 weeks. We started the Pendleton Farmers Market in August of 2022. We did that for about 6 weeks. Everyone kept asking, where's your store? We love this, where is your store? And we said, this tent and these cans of soda are our store. So, shout out to Mystic Waters. They allowed us to go in their bar over the winter, helping us stay relevant. Serendipitously, we got into a building in February of 2023. We opened our brick and mortar store in March of 2023. We're almost coming up on our 1 year. So we are really excited. We have some exciting things coming up for Twisters in the future. So our team consists of some amazing individuals. We have some managers, we have some treaters, we have people helping us behind the scenes as well. And we love our store. We love having customers come in, and that is what we love to do. That's what we're best at. So our problem that we found was there wasn't an alternative to having a place where a family could go and everyone could get something that they love to drink at a reasonable price. So we wanted to find something that was an alternative to alcohol or coffee. And so Twister Soda Bar does that very thing. You can come with your family, you can stay with your family, you can play with your family at Twister Soda Bar. You can get something different every time, and everyone can enjoy that. So we are a growth company. Twisters wants to grow. Twisters wants to be a part of Madison County. We want to put Madison County on the map. We're really excited. We have some things in progress right now. But what I'll tell you so far is that we are talking about growing again in Madison County, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But our mindset at Twisters is that we know this concept is proven, it's validated. This is a franchise opportunity back west. It's not here. And so we wanted to do this ourselves. We decided we're gonna do this. We're gonna jump in and make it the best place and put Madison County and Pendleton, Indiana on the map. And we are doing just that. So our market size, our first 9 months in business in Pendleton at our brick and mortar store was $245,000. Now, to us, that was a big deal because the year before in our tent, we made about $4,600. So that was a great growth for us. But looking forward, our potential revenue, if we had a store in Anderson, we could make over $1 million. I know that sounds crazy, but it's just soda and it's amazing. So our competition, we realize you can get a drink anywhere. You can get a drink at McDonald's, you can get a drink at the gas station. So why would you come to Twisters? I will tell you, when you come, it is not just a transaction, it is an experience. You come and you make memories at Twisters. We love our customers, we know them, we greet them. It is something that we want them to experience. They want to come back happy. We want them to bring their friends. We want you to come again and again and know that we care about you as a customer more than you just coming in our store and buying something. We want to create an experience for each and every person that comes in through the door. So, talking about marketing, just shout out to Kevin Long with Genoa Sales. He's pitching tonight. Yay, Kevin. We really appreciate him. He's been really, really great to help us with our marketing. We started a VIP program. It's a text program that our customers can get discounts every week. And we're growing that. We're getting our own customer base. We're also using social media. We're also using other forms of getting the word out. But it's been really good to create our own customer base and be able to control that narrative with our customers. So we're really excited about that. Our 1 year milestone, we have some great things coming up. And so we just want to invest back into our business as much as possible to continue to grow, to continue to provide that experience for other people. We also want to look into expanding our catering side of our business, which helps us get into other markets and other places to introduce this concept. And also to build our liquid cash funds. But the most exciting thing is we have an LOI for Anderson on Scatterfield Road. So we are really pushing to be in Madison County, and we're really, really excited about growing here in Anderson. So this is my ask for you all tonight, is that you help Twisters give Anderson and Madison County the same Twisters experience that Pendleton does, that we can share that experience, we can share that love, we can give back to the community and be a part of it wherever we go. We want to build and grow together with our community. We recognize the support of so many people that help us, and so help us give everyone else that experience in Madison County and Anderson. Cheers.
Let's give it up for Jacqueline Catherine of Twister Soda Bar. Come on, let's make All right, so let's take a moment to hear from our judges. Judges, you have microphones on either side. Whoever would like to go first.
Can you explain or can you detail, if you were to win the funds, how will you utilize those funds specifically to grow or move forward with your plan to expand to Anderson or other detail related to
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. That's a great question. We are really interested in growing in Madison County, like I said. A location that we have picked out, we have some floor plans already created for our location on Scatterfield. Opening that store, as you can imagine, it costs a lot up front. It takes a lot of liquid assets to get into something. And so we want to really reinvest that back into our business, to get into a building, to grow our business, which will just bring more business and more customers, more happiness to Anderson and Madison County.
Great presentation.
Thank you.
Everyone has competition. Who is your competition?
So, I mean, McDonald's could be our competition, any gas station could be a competition. We provide amazing product. We provide quality things that we serve that's unique to our store. I don't know if you had a chance to try out some of our unique combinations at our booth, but we create something special and amazing that you can't get anywhere else. But we also realize there's competition outside of the state of Indiana. There are franchises that are already building and growing across the United States. They haven't come to Indiana yet. They haven't come to the Hoosier State. We know they're coming, so we want to grow with the momentum that we have right now to continue to put Anderson, Madison County, Pendleton on the map, that we were here before anyone else gave them a chance. We grew our business here from the ground up.
So I follow you on social media and I see a lot of fun and friendly posts.
Yes.
Thinking most of your clientele are family and friends within the area. And then if you're looking in Anderson Market, I wonder what the drive time, because you look at Pendleton, a little smaller drive time for family and friends to get to you.
Mm-hmm.
Anderson, maybe a newer market, not so intimate, larger drive time. If you're giving, sorry, multiple questions.
It's okay.
If you're doing games and areas for kids to play and relax, are they purchasing multiple drinks or are they just having one drink? If you're doing a much larger area in Anderson, is that larger area and square footage space worth its, I guess, investment when they're only purchasing one drink per customer per visit?
So what you're saying is you're wondering if the market is going to be worth it to be in Anderson if we don't have a certain setup or a certain place for them to go.
Maybe a drive-through works better?
Yeah, and we actually, in the plans, we have a drive-through. So there, the builder has planned it out so we would have a drive-through option and also come in. So, yeah.
You mentioned $245,000 in sales
Yes.
in your location. How big do you think that location can become? And then what is your break-even point on a new location, a second location?
So I feel like we're continuing to grow. We've continued to grow. So within the first 9 months, we actually are profitable. So we are profitable as of December, and we've continued that trend as we've gone on. I know it still feels new, but we're still in the infant stage of our business, but we have seen a lot of growth. And again, building our own customer base. We actually have someone who helps us with the break-even analysis. We have someone that's helping us with our profit and loss. So I may not know every single number that goes on, but I can ask someone who's going to tell me every month, this is what you need to do. This is where you need to improve. You need to bring in more sales. You need to bring in more revenue. And we've done just that. He's been a really good cheerleader for us. So.
Can you tell me about some of the family-friendly things that you'll be offering at the location in Anderson?
So that's a great question. We haven't gotten that far into it yet, but again, making a place where someone could come with their family, sit down and have a drink. The setup of the location in Anderson is a little bit different. We're still trying to figure out all those logistics, but it will be a place you could still come in and get a drink. We don't have the same setup as Pendleton because we're on an acre of land in Pendleton. We're really lucky to be where we are by the high school. And it won't look the same, but I can promise you that the feel will be the same. The customer service will be the same. All of that is going to feel and grow and spread out to other locations as we expand.
Can you speak to staffing consideration, meaning you mentioned, you and a partner currently are at the Pendleton location, expanding to Anderson, you would have to add staff. What does that look like? Are you going after professionals? Are you going after students? What would your staffing needs be?
So we actually have 3 shift managers right now who help us with the store. So Kelly and I don't have to be there all the time. We've got a really good crew. We actually have kept all of the crew that started with us in March. They've all been with us this long, and no one else has left. No one wants to leave. Everyone wants to come and work with us. So we are really, really lucky because we have created an atmosphere where people want to stay. People want to come. People want to be there. And so we're really lucky because we have people that are already staffed and trained that would be willing to branch out to other places, and it gives them opportunity as an employee to grow with the business as well. So
This will be the last question and answer.
Do you pay your staff a livable wage?
as of right now, they average about $15 to $20 an hour with tips. And so our managers, I would say we're going to continue to increase that as our sales grow and increase, our revenue increases. But we also hire high schoolers as well, and they love to be there. They're really grateful for the job that they have, and they're really happy with it. So we're going to continue to keep that in mind as we grow, that we want to provide opportunities for a livable wage for our managers. So
thank you so much, Jacqueline. Let's give it up for Twister. Thank you, judges. Great question, judges. Gosh, I was scared for a second. Really good. All right, what a great start to the night. Are you guys ready for number 2? All right. Please give a warm welcome for Janelle Davis of Dream Team Academy.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Janelle Davis, and I'm the proud owner of Dream Team Academy. Dream Team Academy is a licensed in-home child care located here in Anderson, Indiana. So, the problem that I am experiencing currently with my program, I'm sorry, let me backtrack. I started Dream Team Academy. I had a daughter who was born prematurely at 25 weeks. She was in a NICU for about 5 months. At that moment, I knew I had to make a decision. Either I was going to be a stay-at-home mom, or I was going to have to open up a child care, or go back to work. At that moment, I knew, if I go back to work, I need to find child care. So I started to search. I searched and I searched, and I could not find a child care to get my daughter in. At that moment, I knew child care was in demand. How many of you here tonight have been in need of child care at some point? Or maybe you know someone who has been in need. Okay, so it's pretty much in demand. If you look around, half the room has raised their hands. So child care is in demand, and there is a child care desert here in Madison County. The problem that I am experiencing is that the parents will apply to the program, and as long as they meet the criteria, they will get accepted. And at that point, they go on a wait list. With the wait list, the children stay on there until the opening opens up, which is very rare. The only time an opening occurs is if someone leaves the program. And the only time that happens is if they go to kindergarten or maybe preschool, because I don't currently offer those programs. The solution with that would be to go from a licensed home child care to a licensed center. With the licensed home, I am capped at 12 children. With the licensed center, they base the amount of children you can have off the square footage of the home, residential or non-residential property. The team currently is myself. I am the only employee, and I also have 2 volunteers. Thank God for them, because without them, I do not get a break, so I'm very thankful to have them. With the expansion, I would like to hire an assistant director to help assist me with daily operations, as well as a few teachers, and bring on a couple more volunteers to help in the gap as well. The market size currently, there are only 7 child care centers here in Anderson. 7 is not enough. There are plenty of licensed home cares, but only 7 child care centers. Here I have provided 7 child care centers in Anderson, and I did call all of these at a point and just to check to see if they had a wait list or not, and they all have a wait list. I have no doubt in my mind that I will not still have the wait list once I do expand to a licensed center. I'm pretty sure I will, but at least I will be able to get some of those children off of that wait list and be able to provide an early learning environment for them before they go into kindergarten. My business model is pretty simple. 80% of my income is from the state. The state pays me to care for children. It is a state-funded program that parents can apply for. Either they get approved or denied for that. And the other 20% is cash pay. Marketing, currently I use Facebook for marketing, as well as the Family Resource Center in Madison County is great. They keep an updated list for all child cares here located in Madison County as a resource for parents. My one-year milestones would be to renovate the property that I have, as well as pass inspection. I would also like to bring on employees, get some children enrolled, and open up my center. My ask of funds tonight, in addition to the flagship package, would be to be able to provide a well-rounded curriculum for my children, as well as furniture and equipment, as well as renovations to the property to make it a more kid-friendly environment. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Janelle Davis, Dreams in the Cabinet. All right, now let's take a moment to hear from the judges.
Hello, Mrs.
I knew you were going to go first.
Yes, well, you know. So I wanted to ask you about when you transition into a center. Talk to me about how you will transition payment-wise. Are you going to just do CCDF payments for the center, or are you going to open it up for self-payers as well?
Yeah, I would like to have both. I would like to still be able to accept CCDF as well as cash pay. Yep.
I've been driving. I've been driving by your location and seeing what you've been doing to it so far, and I'm very impressed by that. I do have a question in regards to parents that work third shift.
Sure.
There's definitely a need for child care services during that time. Do you have any plans on providing some child care for parents that work third shift?
I would love to, definitely. I would definitely need help. So as long as I can get the help and bring some people on board to work with me, I would definitely love to do that. Definitely.
I have a question on capacity. You mentioned that you were the only full-time staff member, and then you mentioned volunteers currently. And then there's expectation to add staff. Can you speak to that once you grow, but then also have you identified a potential space that you would like to move into to begin your growth journey?
Sure. So currently I'm capped at 12 with a licensed home. Once I convert over to a licensed center, that allows me to have more children based off the square foot of the property. So with that, I would like to move into a building, and the building is about 3,000 square feet, but I don't know the exact square footage per child I can have. Sorry, I should probably know that, but I know right now I'm capped at 12, and when licensing comes, I've asked her this question. I can have 28 kids right now where I'm at, if I were to utilize all the space.
Does that mean you'll have to go back through state certification
I do not.
to get the licensing for an official center?
I do not.
Yeah.
Nope.
And then the competition, the TRC Head Start, that's in the same neighborhood,
Sure.
and they're on waiting lists. How do you see yourself providing a better service than what they have?
Better service. So I'm level 1 past the quality. I'm a year and some months in. So I still have room to grow. I would definitely like to go from level 1 all the way up to level 4 in the future, which I'm pretty sure almost all of those centers that were listed are level 3 or 4 for sure. Probably level 4. But I definitely will work my way up. I'm in the process of doing that now. So I could see myself becoming, if not, just as great as them. They're all great centers.
If you were to expand from 12 to 28 customers.
Mhm.
How big does your staff need to be, and do you need licensing for the staff to work for you?
So the licensing for the staff to work for me, they just would need, you're asking the requirements of the staff? So they would all undergo a background check, they need CPR, and they would need a TB screening. As far as the amount, it's the ratio that I have to go by based off the amount of kids I have. So like right now, it's like 12 to 1. I can have 12 children with just me. When I move to the center, I'm not exactly sure. I know that changes because I'm now in the center. I do know no matter what, it has to be 2 workers there at all times. I do know that. It can't just be 1 to 12 to 1 ratio.
Can you tell me a little bit about the curriculum that you provide? Is it something that you're designing yourself? Are you getting that from, you know, an organization?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So currently I provide the STEM, which if you guys took a look at my table, you'll see that I provide the science, the art, the math, technology, engineering, with just providing different play for the children to learn. Currently, that's just something that I came up with. They don't require me to have a certain curriculum. That's just something that I took upon myself to provide to my children. I know once I move up in the path to quality, I think they require you to have certain things. I'm not for sure the curriculum design exactly, but.
Any final questions?
How would the grand prize help you, not just the cash, but the other services
Yeah.
provided?
Yeah, the marketing, that's something that I want to work on, the coaching, as far as the mentoring, sorry. I will definitely benefit from all of everything they have to offer is better than what I have now. Everything I've done now has been me searching the internet, making calls, emails, it's all just been me researching and learning as I go. So anything is better than what I have now. And I'm looking forward to taking advantage of it.
All right, let's give it up for Janelle Davis from Green City County. Great question, judges. Thank you, Janelle. All right, on to pitch number 3. She's excited for mom. If you could, yet again, please give a round of applause for Adam Goldstein of True Alternative Fuel Systems.
Wow, thank you, everybody. Quite a house. Well, Josh said I asked him for 60 minutes, he said I can have 6, so let's get to it. I'm Adam Goldstein, I'm the CEO and Director of Engineering for True Alternative Fuel Systems. I would be remiss if I didn't give a little shout out to my team. I have 4 employees who build our systems, who test them, who install them, and also ship them out all over the country. So we've got them. My Director of Business Development is here, Lynn Stafford. And then I also want to make sure to give credit to all of the businesses here in Madison County who build some of the components for our kits. So the problem that we attack with our product is something we're all familiar with, is air pollution. The 2 components of air pollution are the poisonous gases like carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, the really nasty stuff. The other component we're familiar with is carbon dioxide. It's not a poison, we exhale it every breath we take. But as we all know, too much of it in our atmosphere results in global warming, which we end up paying billions of dollars to fix the natural disasters that costs. So the solution, we take gasoline-powered vehicles off the road, we convert them to run on propane, then we put them back on the road. Just doing that displaces 82% of those poison gases and 90% of the carbon footprint. Now, just so we're clear, that propane we're talking about, yes, it's the same stuff that you use in your barbecue in your backyard to cook your hamburgers and your steaks. If you think about it, you let it touch your food. I don't know what a diesel-fired hamburger would taste like, but I bet it's spicy. So yes, that blue flame in your kitchen on the stove, it doesn't need a tailpipe. It doesn't need a catalytic converter. It doesn't even need to be vented out of your home. You can breathe the exhaust emissions from that combustion without any detriment to your health. So what's our market? Well, our market certainly is Madison County. We're happy to be here. Our market is Anderson, it's Indiana, but more importantly, it's the entire nation. I'm not being hyperbolous when I say that. All of those green states in that map, those are states where we already have customers who are using our vehicles and burning propane. We do have customers here. In fact, right here in Madison County, there are Elwood police cars running on propane right now as we speak. The best thing about this, in my opinion, is all those kits going out to all those states are bringing back revenue, out-of-state revenue, to right here to Anderson, where we will turn around and make more kits. We'll buy more parts from our suppliers here. We'll hire more people. Obviously, the goal is to make all those states green. Oh, by the way, Mississippi's green now. Competition. There's very little of it. There are only 4 companies in this country who do what we do. And one of them we're actually having conversations with because they do Fords, we specialize in GM. So why reinvent the wheel? We can help market each other's stuff. That takes one competitor out of the mix. I do believe there will be more competition, but we hope to be the big kid on the block when that happens. Our business model is simple. It's a triad. Obviously, we need our kits, but we also need partners who provide the fuel and the dispensing equipment for the fuel. So those would be the national and local propane companies. You know the names, people like Suburban Propane. They will provide the fuel, we'll provide the systems for the vehicles, and then the third leg on that stool is our network of certified installers, who will also help market the systems. The most important thing we do in marketing, trade shows. An example of that is actually happening next week in Indianapolis. The biggest trade show for fleets and trucks happens every year in March in Indianapolis. And there will be 15,000 fleet directors roaming around the convention center looking for solutions like what we do. And you better believe we'll be there to answer their questions. Last year, we did just over $900,000 in business. We're on track already to double that this year. What do we need to make that doubling happen? We need more manufacturing power, we need more service manpower, we need a bigger facility, we need more EPA certifications, we need increased trade show presence. All of this costs money. Now, if we're so honored to be the winner tonight, and I'd love it if we were, what are we going to do with that money? First thing I'm going to do tomorrow is hire another person from Anderson. And that person is going to go out and spend that money, hopefully, on all of our businesses and make us all winners. Thank you.
Give it up for Adam Goldstein and True Alternative Fuel Systems. Thank you, Adam.
I'd love to have your questions.
Well,
You
great
can lead
job.
that.
I'm secretly a nerd and I love this stuff, so I want you to tell me more about, you mentioned kits and you mentioned certified installers. Can you explain to me, when you're selling a kit to someone, are you also, is there a certified installer that's having to go with that kit to, wherever you're going to be installing that at, or is it something that you're shipping to someone that, the layperson could put this kit, in their vehicle?
That is a great question, and the answer is lay people, this is a little bit above that level. So, and we actually prefer when we have, there are 2 ways we get fleet vehicles. We get new ones that are built by the manufacturer and shipped directly to us here in Anderson, and then we ship them through to the owner. But typically when we get a new customer, they may be buying new vehicles, but they've also got, if they've already made the decision to do it, they realize how much money they're saving on fuel in addition to the emissions. So, for example, propane is usually about $2 a gallon less than gasoline, $3 less than diesel. So everybody wins here. The taxpayers, if it's a municipality, save money. The environment wins. Nobody loses, except maybe the oil companies. I'm not crying a river for them. But yes, they do need to be professionally installed, and that's why we have just a handful of installers around the country who are qualified to do it. It's not easy to find people because it's not a common practice in automotive yet. But we're building it, and I think we'll have an opportunity to do a lot of them here in Anderson. We just have to get a bigger facility.
On that note, the specialty aspect, I'm sure you have a lot of people that might come through with, I guess, intellectual property rights or claims to specific upgrades and how you change your fleet around to better equip GM or Ford or things like that. I guess what's the market like if some of your employees go to other places and claim some of the, I guess, upgrades that you guys have made here recently?
Oh, is that kind of an employee retention question?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the cool thing about this is, as I mentioned, we only have 4 competitors, so they'd have to move to Detroit, the Netherlands, California, or I can't remember what the other one is, Texas maybe. So, yeah, there's the flip side of that, though, is it's very hard for us to find people with experience. So we generally have to start with people who have a good understanding of automotive, or at least are good with their hands and tools. The rest we can train. The nice thing about being in Anderson is there's a wonderful heritage of automotive here. So there are a lot of people who know what they're doing around cars, and if we start with that, we're in good shape. We can train everything else.
And you guys originally came from Czechoslovakia or
Well,
Poland? Or
our electronics come from Poland.
Mhm.
Everything else, and I mean everything else, we make here. So the wiring harnesses are made here in Anderson. The brackets, all the framing, every aspect of it is domestic. And when I say domestic, I mean Hoosier.
You mentioned those 4 competitors. What advantage do you have over some of them?
Probably our biggest advantage is we are the smallest of the 4. And that gives us the opportunity to really turn on a dime when we have to. The largest one is probably Roush. They are a huge company, but they also are attached to Ford. The only product they sell is for the Ford 7.3 liter V8. That's the only thing they sell. So unless we want to sell 4.3 liter V8s, that's the only competition we have with the biggest competitor. Well, what we like to sell is this GM 6.6 liter. So that pretty much knocks one completely out of the park. And if I do my job and Lynn does his job, we're going to have a partnership where, we'll help market their 7.3 liter kit, they'll help market our 6.6 liter kit, and we work together more as partners than competitors.
I'm just curious, I have a follow-up question. How much does it cost to purchase a kit?
So this might come as a sticker shock, and it depends on the vehicle, of course, but anywhere from $7,000 to $12,000, depending on the vehicle and how much fuel you want to put on board. The upside of that, and remember, we're only selling this to fleets, so we're selling it to customers who use a lot of fuel. So the more fuel you use, and remember what I said about the cost of the fuel, Hamilton County is one of our customers. They pay 37 cents a gallon for fuel. So every gallon they use, they're saving about $3. So the return on their investment on that, let's say $9,000 investment, if it's a police car or a street department truck that's constantly running, it's very, very short. A year and a half.
We got one more question.
I just want to know the ideal fleet customer and how many of them are out there and what are you doing to penetrate that?
So the ideal fleet customer, really the ideal customer are fleets, but when we look at the best ones, it's the ones who use the most fuel, but come back to a central location for fueling. So police departments are absolutely great, especially police departments that have slip seat cars that run 3 shifts. If you have here's an interesting fact. A Ford Police Interceptor uses 0.8 of a gallon of fuel idling per hour. If it never goes anywhere, it uses almost a gallon of gas idling. So in a 24-hour day, go ahead and do the math, calculate the ROI. It's fast. Utilities are great customers for us. They like to use their own product. For them, the fuel is essentially free. Trades, companies, plumbing, electrical, as long as the vehicles go back to where the fuel is.
Thank you, Adam.
You're playing me off.
I'm playing you off. Hey, let's give it up for Adam Goldstein.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, judges. How's everybody doing? Good? Good night so far? We're actually doing great on time. We're actually ahead of time. So we're actually going to go into an intermission right now, about 15 minutes. Treva's team has informed me that they're stocked up, ready to go. So please grab a beverage, grab some food, use the restroom, stretch your legs, and our team will get you guys back in here in about 15 minutes. It's fun to do local things. It's fun to have fun where you live. Thank you all for being a part of making Madison County such a great place. This is a great way for us to help small businesses build a better home, do economic development in entertaining ways. So thank you all for being here. I'm sure we have a few more funneling in, but we are ready for phase 2 of the evening. So what we got ahead of us? So far, we have 3 more pitches to go. Who's enjoyed the pictures so far? Yeah? They came prepared. They were on a dime answering you guys' questions. You guys are gonna have to go a little harder. Come on now. No, great job, everybody. It's been phenomenal. Thank you all again for being part of this event. We're already looking forward to planning next year. So, all right. So let's put our hands together for Joshua Stafford of Grow West LLC.
Good evening. My name is Joshua Stafford, and my wife Sharon and I are the owners of Grow West LLC. We exist for one simple reason: to build sustainable, energetic, community-minded businesses in our neighborhood, the West Central District of downtown Anderson. About 10 years ago, I came to the realization that my professional purpose in life was to make my neighborhood a more desirable place to live by building businesses that gave people a reason to want to live in my neighborhood. I remember scribbling in my notebook a 20-year plan which set out to build 4 sustainable businesses on one little stretch of West 11 in the heart of the West Central District. So I began to acquire properties on my street. Now, about 8 years ago, I bought an ownership stake in Jackrabbit Coffee and began to construct a community-centric coffee shop in one of my buildings. And in December of 2017, we opened the doors of Jackrabbit Coffee at 525 West 11. Now, over 6 years later, we have an amazing team of about 8 to 10 employees, all making above a livable wage. Now, in the pursuit of neighborhood building, we think the biggest problem is figuring out how to create an identity or a vibe that attracts people. And we think the solution to this is not only in neighborhood branding, but in geographical density. That is, building businesses next to one another gives a place a sort of attitude that is essential for people wanting to be in that place and to call it by name. Now, a few years ago, my wife Sharon and I bought out the remaining ownership stake in Jackrabbit from my dear friend and former business partner and began to envision business number 2 at 502 West 11. Little Shop of Floras, a strange and interesting plant shop. But why houseplants? Well, first, sell what you love. If you don't know my wife Sharon, you should. Little Shop of Floras will be her creative baby. Sharon loves houseplants, and her enthusiasm is genuine and infectious. So we're designing a shop like Sharon that will be warm and eclectic. Think playful, not sterile. Think a little weird, not basic. Think welcoming, not pretentious. So why houseplants? Well, there's a tremendous market opportunity and a fairly simple business model. Houseplants represent a $12 billion annual industry in the United States, and it's growing. From wholesale to retail, houseplants have margins between 100 or 200%. And interestingly, unsold product often increases in value. But in addition to houseplants, we think there's a tremendous opportunity for plant education in the form of classes and experiences. Don't want to pay for a class? That's no worries. Each of our houseplants come with detailed care instructions, which surprisingly fundamentally separates us from the competition. Building a business across the street from our existing brand gives us an advantage. We can share customers more easily, we can cross-promote more effectively, and we can host collaborative events much more efficiently. So why houseplants? Because every market test we did exceeded our expectations. We rolled out the Little Shop of Floras brand softly in Q2 of 2023, and throughout the year we moved over 1,000 units of product just as add-on purchases within the coffee shop. We saw great margins, we saw great community interest, and ultimately we saw satisfied repeat customers. The Little Shop of Floras social media footprint is already over a year old, is consistently active, and continues to grow organically and with engagement and enthusiasm. So why houseplants? Because it creates another opportunity for us to build community. We are so excited to open our new doors, to gather groups of people together around common interest. We think that the 2,000 plus square feet of retail space we have will lend itself well to group educational and entertainment opportunities. You know, at Grow West, we've always sold more than high quality product. We've sold hospitality and community buy-in. At Grow West, we strive to deliver genuine hospitality to our community, to always be relevant in their lives, and to form lifelong community relationships. I'm here tonight seeking this award to ensure that we open the doors this calendar year. We already own the building, we have no mortgage, and out of $140,000 proposed renovation cost, we've already invested $60,000. Winning this award tonight would be a tremendous boost to this project. But regardless, Little Shop of Floras will be a bright spot, like Jackrabbit Coffee, in which Anderson and Madison County can be proud for years to come. Now, if you've never visited the West Central, please do so. See what we are growing. Because at Grow West, we don't have customers, we have community, and we want you to be a part of it. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Joshua Stafford of Grow West LLC. Now let's take a moment to hear from our judges.
Great job, Josh. Your wife Sharon wanted me to ask what your favorite thing about her was, but I'm sure that's going to take up the entire 6 minutes, so we'll just move on. So I wanted to ask about the entertainment opportunities. You just kind of mentioned that there was 2,000 plus square feet. Tell me more about the entertainment opportunities.
Sure, like a couple things just to toss out here. The opportunities to like build your own terrarium, or maybe for kids it's fairy gardens, or think about opportunities for like bachelorette parties, or things where there can be craft oriented things, perhaps some wine from Cultured Urban, who knows? Opportunities like that. These are fun group activities. I mean, you should see our dining room table at home between my wife and my 12-year-old, and I mean, there are lots of opportunities here that we're just super excited about.
Great presentation. I'm a big fan of Jackrabbit Coffee. I probably go there about 4 times a week and have more plants there as well.
And you know I love your Pinot Noir.
But my question is, what would you do with the winning if you were to win?
Yeah, so we're in a bit of a holding pattern right this second. If we were lucky enough to win this, it would be a huge injection for us, predominantly to get past the HVAC system. We need a complete upgrade, and that would enable us to complete our grow room area, which would allow us to move lots of product in there. Sharon could get moving on that aspect as I begin to finish the retail space, but right now without conditioned space, that's really, and we've invested a lot to this point. We have some lending available to us, but really that's not a great time for us to move forward with that until summer. So this would enable us to get a jump start. That's why I'm saying, it would help us in this calendar year, because if we could take advantage of that in the late winter here, that would really put us in a great spot to be open this year.
I'm curious about capacity. I mean, I know you mentioned the 2,000 square feet and the space with house plants, as you maintain them, you water them, you feed them, whatever you're doing with them. How do we
love them?
how do we manage capacity? Obviously, you're going to sell them, but as you're stocking them in, is there other space that you're going to store them, et cetera, like that?
Yeah, the entire building we have is, I believe, around 3,600 square feet, and only 2,000 of that will be, quote, retail. Part of that 2,000 square feet would also, we're looking at like a large farm table type thing, where these group activities, and that's actually in a kind of a separate room off of its, a separate space that we could move into for those purposes, if that answers your question, Jesse.
Josh, how important is it to grow your own? And I mean, just to the product offering, the margin capture, and then also how broad is your geography to sell into? Is it Anderson only, or can it reach beyond that?
No, we're thinking community-based here. We're not interested in moving into shipping or anything like that. That's kind of just not in our DNA. We want to create community-minded businesses. The same reason we don't have a drive-through at Jackrabbit, which I know a lot of people hate, but we want you coming in. We want to talk to you. We want to interact with you. We want to get to know you. And that's a big part of what we want to do across the street too. But in terms of supply, we buy all wholesale from regional suppliers. Of course, we will propagate some, but nowhere near what we would need to move. You know, we will purchase a lot of that, if that answers.
What's the competition look like for flower shops, Flora?
Yeah, that's interesting. And my wife will be upset with my answer here, but competition is kind of antithetical to what I am. There is, I mean, obviously the box stores. That's a predominant place where a lot of people get plants. But again, in my mind, and it's particularly in the service and retail industry, Anderson is so far from a point of saturation that we need more cheerleaders for all kinds of businesses. And so that's the way we posture ourselves. It's the right thing to do, and I also feel like it's good for business.
Probably got time for one more question and answer. Whoever would like to take it.
Were there any other smaller stores in town that did flower shop?
I believe there is, yes, there is another plant shop, I believe on the corner of, is it? It's in Meadowbrook. It's in Meadowbrook neighborhood.
Good. All right, let's give it up for Joshua Stafford and Grow West LLC. Thank you so much, Josh. What a great way to start back the pitch competition right after intermission. Thank you, Josh, and Grow West. All right, pitch number 5. Let's give a warm welcome to Kevin Long of Genoa Sales.
All right, Anderson. Let's have some fun, okay? My name is Kevin Long, and I'm with Genoa Sales. We are a sales marketing consulting company that help local businesses like Twisters and other businesses you might find on Main Street compete with the larger, bigger franchises that you might find on TV ads with huge budgets. We started out doing that by helping them with Facebook ads, Google reviews, things like that, but when we started working with home service providers like roofers, plumbers, electricians, we realized something interesting. They don't need more leads. They need a better way to handle the demand that they already have. Did you know something breaks in a home every 16 seconds across America? Especially at mine. Who here lives in a home or an apartment? Raise your hand, please. Hey, it's awesome. Yeah, that's great. Happy for you. Keep them up, who has had something break, they tried to call someone, didn't hear back for days or maybe at all? How frustrating. So we fixed it. This is a huge problem because only 7% of companies, mostly the bigger ones, can respond within the first 5 minutes. But us as consumers want our things done right now. We have things to do. We're busy. Check this off my to-do list. On average, actually, it takes people more than 5 days. Half of the companies, it takes them more than 5 days to get back to us, and that's just not good enough. We deserve better. So we fixed it. These companies know they need to be online to be found. So they set up a website, Facebook, a Google, but they don't have the staff to manage all of those entry points. So what we do is we combine where they're already existing with software, automation, AI, video, text, and make everything work together better. Imagine going to a website or a Facebook profile, being met with a video of what they do and how they can help you, getting a quick way to text some answers that you might have, or questions that you might have, getting quick answers right away, and setting an appointment. It's a way different experience than what we get today. Why do we pick home services? Well, first of all, it's huge. Second of all, everyone lives in a place that needs fixed, but we only need 100 clients to change our business forever. The competition is weak in this area as well. Most of our competition are other ad agencies that aren't utilizing software and AI the way we are, and if they are, they expect you, the business owner, to set it up. We are an outsourced sales and marketing system so that they can just fix the leaky pipes and not have to worry about the leaky pipeline, which is a sales term. Our business model, we want to make it a no-brainer. For this specific product, we only get paid when we help them set appointments through our system and then they do business with the owner. Think of it as a commission for an appointment who's ready to buy. And then what we can do is upgrade them to our monthly recurring subscription products that we have, our other core services. It's called Land and Expand. Let me tell you about the team. Today, you're looking at it. Genoa Sales, Kevin Long, nice to meet you. Team of one. But I have advisors that own businesses in this industry helping me and guiding me on what problems they need solved. That's helpful. But we plan to grow by partnering with other web agencies who are already selling to our ideal clients that can introduce us to more people than I could introduce myself to as a one-man shop. And then, of course, as we grow, we continue to hit our benchmark and hire full-time employees with a livable wage here in Madison County. So let me tell you a little bit more about those milestones. Our ask is very clear. We want to win tonight so that we can put that money right back into the community. Our first milestone, hire 2 interns this summer from Anderson University. That will help us get to our goal way faster of 100 paying clients. After that, that's our second milestone, is 100 paying clients. And after that, our third is to be able to hire full-time in 2025. But more importantly, that's just the tip of the spear. The internships are just the beginning. Remember, we only win more business for us when we help other businesses win more for them. So in theory, we could create endless jobs in a home service industry that's growing at a 36% every single year. Jobs could be countless. My last ask is, don't take my word for it. Give it a try. Before you scan with your QR code with your phone, you may have to zoom in. Raise your hand if you raise your hand earlier, raise it back again. Judges, this is a real problem. These people deserve to have it fixed. Believe in us. Let's get to work. And remember, Genoa Sales, we put the wind in your sails.
Let's give it up for Kevin Long, Genoa Sales. Now let's hear from our judges.
Great job, Kevin. I wanted to ask you. Sorry, my mic is not on. Oh, there we go. We got it. Great job, and I wanted to ask you, as far as scaling your business goes, what you're selling to these customers, are they packages of the same product, or are you individualizing what you're offering each business, from as far as videos and, what product you're giving them?
That's a great question. Everything is customized. Every business need is different. So part of our process, and something that sets us up as unique, is we try to customize everything to that business owner. It's not just a rinse, wash, and repeat. There is an upfront cost to this where we spend time learning about their business, teaching the AI model. A lot of times, these companies get the same 20, 25 questions all the time. So we can teach the model to answer those for us so that they can spend time answering the more difficult ones.
Is there a way that you are showing proof of sale, meaning the company goes through the process with you, they're seeing return on investment? How are you showcasing that? How are you providing that feedback to the client?
Yeah, that's a great question. I love that because that is really truly our business model with this specific product. My sales approach, and I've sold a few even this week with this same approach. Hey sir, could you use more qualified appointments ready to pay you? Perfect, don't pay us yet. Let us get some deals for you. Let's get some appointments. And then when they close, then you pay us. So the proof of concept is in the business model for this. And then once we build the trust there, they say, Kev, wow, that's great. What else can you do for us? And I say, well, let's talk about the other reoccurring subscription models that we have.
So what is your profit margin?
On the software side, the profit margin is over 75% because it is, once you're up and running, it's a fixed cost, and then it's an economies of scale at that point. It's not that high on the expansion, but it's by design. Our profit margin, we're still profitable on each of the deals, depending on how many hours of customization, but this is something that once you start, we will break even in 2 months. And then why would you ever want to stop getting better qualified leads?
Can you speak to your estimated time, I guess, spent building system for a company, how much time you're investing in developing their system, and then how quickly a customer is either seeing turnaround or how quickly they're learning the process from you?
Yeah, great question. So the one that we just built today, I did a 1-hour discovery with the business. And then, sorry, this one just went live. So we did this discovery last week. I'm able to figure out, get all their collateral, all the material that I'm gonna teach the AI model with. And then it's plug and play. It usually takes, I'm getting it down now to less than an hour, but I could teach it and budget for another hour to 2 for an intern to do this. And then the beautiful thing is they're getting impact immediately because they're not relying on us to drive new traffic to these sources. We're just catching the traffic that they originally were fumbling due to being busy fixing the leaky pipes.
How long have you been in business? How many customers do you currently have? And how difficult is it to reach beyond the geography of Madison County to win customers?
So officially in business, I opened this business last year after a layoff. I say I've been in business for myself for a long time. I've been in sales for 15 years. And so I've been helping these customers almost as pet projects through my, I meet people through my day job and then they ask me, hey, can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? And I've done that for a number of years now. But officially this business has been around since 2023. The number of customers that I have right now, we've just crossed over to 10 paying customers, okay? And on this specific expansion, we've signed up 3 within the last 2 weeks. So this is something that is new, but it's catching on quickly. To span outside of the geography that we're in right now, that's the beauty of this. I actually have a speaking engagement at a trade show in California in May, where I'll be able to tell my story and help business owners. There's 4,000 business owners that are gonna be in that room, and I have a breakout room leading a master session on something very similar to this. So I'm confident that once we can reach them with the trade shows, we'll build the proof of concept and have customer stories. And then my idea with the interns is they're going to be setting appointments via phone and Zoom calls. For me, I'm closing them down. And then I'm also having somebody that's going to be focusing on customer expansion and retention so that we cross over to the 80% profit margin cross-sell, upsell.
So tell me about competitors out there. Like, are there other businesses who are doing things similar to you, or what do you know about that?
Yeah, there are definitely, and as the ChatGPT and OpenAI have democratized the access to these tools, they're going to pop up every single day. So that's why it's important to jump on this now, this opportunity. We're at the tip of the spear. We're one of the first movers, and we've got relationships, like I've said, that we're proving the concept out. The competition specifically in this area, I can't name it. Nationally, there's brands, but they're mostly focused in larger, they want to go after and hit grand slams. So they're focused at the franchise level. My core, to my heart, my family has been entrepreneurs. There's been entrepreneurs, small town entrepreneurs in my family, and that's where I want to work with. I don't want to go after the grand slams. I'm happy hitting singles and doubles.
We got time for one more question and answer.
The target market you're serving is specifically what field? I guess you had mentioned home repair service. You also mentioned the twisters, which are completely different markets. And trying to think of your time commitment if you find yourself specializing and then just solely working towards that.
Yeah, so with our core services, our target market is, and currently, Main Street retail and restaurants. Anyone who needs repeat businesses who have a small order size and they need people to come in more frequently. For this expansion though, the beauty of home services is the average ticket for a repair in a home is $2,500, and that's why we picked there. So we don't, there's a little bit more margin there for them to share with us. So that's why we're specifically leading in with that, and then we can upsell different programs that we have to drive 5-star Google reviews and help them build their brand and have them get more awareness.
Thank you, Kevin. Let's give it up for Genoa Sales. Kevin Ross. Thank you, judges. What a wonderful evening so far. Every single pitch has been competitive. They've known what they're talking about, and the judges are really asking some great questions. So again, thank you, judges, for being very intentional with your words. It's time for the final pitch of the evening. So please give a round of applause and a warm welcome to Kayla Kelly Birch at Inspired Edible Designs.
Hi guys, my name is Kayla Kelly Birch with Inspire Edible Designs. We help people who want to throw epic and memorable parties by creating edible works of art with proprietary ingredients. This year we are looking to expand by also working with companies and vendors looking to brand up their events and in their shops through desserts. We often find that in the marketplace, in the confection marketplace, there's just a lack of customization options. You often go and they have the same options over and over and over, no matter what bakery you go to. By a show of hands, does anybody else have this problem? Yeah, that's what I thought. Did you guys know that custom isn't really that custom anymore? If you are lucky enough to go to a bakery that has characters, they're gonna tell you which characters you can choose from. They're gonna say, these are the balloons, or flowers, or candles, and of course they're gonna have sprinkles. But you're gonna worry, has that cake been frozen? How old is it? So, the solution to this problem is Inspire Edible Designs. We are here, if you want Christmas in July, we're gonna give it to you. We're gonna give you unlimited customizations. We're gonna provide you with proprietary ingredients. That's an original recipe. We are gonna give you 95% from scratch. That 5% discrepancy is my fondant. At this time, my expansion plan will allow for me to get more time in my kitchen to provide my clientele with 100% overall from scratch experience. And we offer edible artwork. That's edible artwork, you guys. Isn't that exciting? Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, the past 2 years I've had the honor of participating in the Mayor's Ball Cake Competition. I also placed first both years. My clients come to me for all sorts of reasons. Just last month, one of my clients had a mother who overcame cancer, and they wanted to celebrate this, which is exciting. But they also had a father they lost to cancer, and they wanted to honor him at the same time. Now, you're not gonna find that cake at Walmart. Now, they also come to me looking to raise money for events, and simply trying to celebrate a 1-year-old's birthday by whoops, Shrek just fell in the mud. Now let's talk market size. The cake industry is booming. Over the past 2 years, it's went from a $40 billion industry to over a $65 billion industry. I believe Madison County is responsible for $3 million of that. I also believe that Inspire can grow to reach $120,000 of that industry. Now, my competitors consist of Ruby's Cafe and Bakery. They're located off of 8th Street and known for their macaroons. Two Flowers, they're known for their cinnamon rolls. And A Slice of Heaven Cakery, they're known for doing custom wedding cakes. But what sets me apart from my competitors is not just my edible artistic design, or the fact that I'm from scratch, or my proprietary ingredients, but it's my unlimited customizations. It's my willingness to go above and beyond for you, and for you. Now, my business model is, classic goods and services for cash. Not only do I provide custom cakes and cupcakes, but I also provide delivery and catering. Now, marketing and sales. We do our marketing through social media, word of mouth, and events. These events are near and dear to my heart, and it's how we got our attraction back up and running a couple years ago. We like to stick to local events for good causes like Turn Away No Longer, autism awareness, suicide awareness, and things like that. We are trying to improve our marketing, so my son is in the process of getting a Safe Serve certification so we can elevate our marketing online. Sales, we all got to start somewhere. January is my slowest month by far. Last year, we only got 1 order in January. This year, we were responsible for 6, and we've increased our number from 250 to almost 600. My team consists of Raylan Kelly, who's my brand manager, and LaChantel Page, who is my business consultant. Now this year I have some very important milestones. I need to obtain some working capital in Q1, as well as land through client contracts. In Q2, I need to develop my website and expand my kitchen package. In Q3, I need to do a Taste of Inspire so I can sell a bulk amount of inventory and save for that delivery van. And in Q4, I want to do another Taste of Inspire, so at the end of the quarter, I can purchase that delivery van. Now this prize package, y'all, it's huge, it's ginormous, and I want to use every single piece of it. And I think it is very important for Inspire, being that my kitchen is already here, to win this, so I can, sorry, I got excited. So I can meet my clients here, I can bring more of my supplies here, and I can also meet all of the other people here to develop my website and meet all of my goals for the year. I want to thank you guys for this opportunity.
Let's give it up for Kayla Kelly, Person Inspire and Design. Step back there.
I'm sorry, I got it.
You're all good, you're all good. Let's take a moment and hear from our judges.
Great job, Kayla. I love your cake pops. I've had some of your cakes as well in the community, and I think your enthusiasm for your product and involving your family. I'm very thankful, that you're doing that. So my question is for you right now is your next step. Where do you want to go? You want a physical spot someplace?
I do want a physical spot. I'm not quite there yet. I believe it is important for me to do more growing where I'm at here. There's a lot of tools and people, resources that are here. So I believe that my next step first is to get my footing here in this kitchen. I need more hours in that wonderful kitchen. That is for certain. And I want to gain or form those contracts. I want to work with companies, preferably like coffee shops, and like I was working with Bankable and doing catering for their events, so I want to find other companies like hotels and get some good traction going that way. I'm working with Wizards of Fall Sanctuary in Indianapolis doing their dog treats. I'm going to also propose to C.D. Sally's in Middleton to hopefully get my dog treats in there. So I'm looking at getting into different shops for this next year.
Can you speak to your competitors, the bakery space? I have a sweet tooth, so I love sweets. I had cake pop, also pretty good. Can you speak to competitors, but also from the perspective of, it's not necessarily an easy industry. It takes time to produce a cake. It's not something that you just walk in the kitchen and do. So the time that it takes, but also the competitors that you'll be going up against to earn business.
Okay, so I think what you're asking is what sets me apart from those competitors?
You can speak to that.
Okay, I think the main thing that sets me apart from those competitors is the fact that I'm willing to spend that time on that cake to give my clients what they want. And I am also willing to not just spend the time, but give them that from scratch, not out of box. And eventually I want to get, if I get this money, I want to get the airbrush. I want to get the, not just the airbrush, but I want to get it to where I can make my cakes movable. I want to be able to work with people, engineers and stuff that can help me make the structured cakes that Anderson just hasn't seen.
There we go. Are you able to host classes, like call it date nights in the kitchen, to where we can wreck and ruin a cake ourselves and realize we've got to hire you for our party?
Oh, that is beautiful. That is actually one of the things that I've been planning as a mommy and me tea party class. I haven't actually thought about a date night one. That's fantastic. Thank you. So yes, definitely.
So you mentioned. Shut it off again. You mentioned that right now you're marketing through social media. That's primarily your focus right now. You mentioned that you want to get out into like hotels and get into that space. What's your plan going forward for expanding your marketing and pushing you into those markets?
Honestly, to make some cake pops and pop my head up in there.
How many sales, how big do your sales have to be on a monthly basis for this to really be sustainable for you? And how many customers would you need to make that happen?
Okay, so that is one of the reasons why I wanted to move to vendors and companies and get out of just working with these single clients, because then we're actually talking money. And I believe if I can get my 3, that would then make 4, because I am working with the Wizards of Paws now. And that would then make it versatile. It wouldn't have to be a hard set one number. And I am trying to get to where I'm making a good $4,000 a month between those 3 to 4 clients. And that way I can have my working capital as well as making some money for my pocket. And then eventually, once I get to that goal, I can then hire. And another one of my goals, they said our milestones had to be limited, so I didn't want to put too many up there. But I would also like to work with the high school and maybe get a student that I could work as an intern and train.
We probably have time for one more question and answer.
I wanted to speak to capacity. You were right on it, I think, but from a capacity perspective, obviously it takes time to make these cakes or dog treats or whatever the case. You mentioned, your children helping out with you. Is there other help that you foresee bringing in to help you fulfill capacity as you continue to grow, fulfill orders, as you continue to grow and fulfill community need?
Definitely. Oddly enough, I'm actually already getting calls from the community asking if I'm hiring. So when the time comes, I do not see that being an issue to fill the need. My tax lady even asked me if I was hiring. So hopefully once that comes, we'll be able to jump right on it.
Awesome, thank you so much. Kayla Kelly Burke, Inspire Apple Guide. Oh, what an incredible evening. Let's give it up for all 6 of the finalists. You did an incredible job. They've spent weeks, months preparing for this moment, really to give you all a good show, but also to change the trajectory of their business. But at this time, I'm going to invite the judges to rise and head on to the back glass conference room to begin deliberation for the evening. We're at that time. The night flew by, guys. We're already here. So we'll give them a moment. Let's give it up for our judges for the thoughtful questions, for being here and supporting these small businesses. We will give them a moment. Everybody doing all right? Yeah? Yeah? All right. So a few housekeeping things. So first, I mentioned this earlier in the night, but I want to make sure I acknowledge, again, some key partners we've had. So first, if you're one of our sponsors, if you could please maybe raise your hand, if you're bold enough, stand. I would just like all of us to thank our sponsors to making this year's pitch competition possible. So wave your hand, raise if you're a sponsor. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being a part of this. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. We need more people buying into collaboration and supporting other businesses. This is how we build a good and healthy community. So thank you, every single one of these businesses up there. Thank you for being a part of this. Treva's already back there, but thank you, Treva. Thank you for every single one of you. At this time, I want to invite my friend, Mr. Tom Bannon. Again, like I said earlier, Community Hospital Anderson came in as our title sponsor for the evening, and they've just been an incredible partner in helping make this year possible. So we're going to spend some time here letting Tom really share why the heck a hospital would want to sponsor a pitch competition. Let me grab your microphone.
Thank you, Josh. You may remember me from my 1-second term as mayor earlier this evening. It was the worst 1 second of my life, so I'm glad we have a qualified person actually as mayor, Tom Broderick, so thank you for that. Why would we want to sponsor a pitch program? Why wouldn't we, I think is the real question. You know, we're a community hospital, and I love that name because community, and we take that very seriously. And you know, I just think there's a lot of responsibility. We all do. We're the largest employer in the county, and certainly there's a lot of different factors that go into health. We want a healthy community, and having a good economy is part of that. Having the opportunity to have a good job, good wages is part of that. So this all leads into that. But really, it's just part of our responsibility. And I would encourage all businesses to take on that culture of giving and supporting. You know, one of the things that we like to talk about, I'm with the foundation as well, and at the hospital, and we talk about the 3 I's. And you may have heard me talk about this before, but it really lends itself to this night. And that's imagination, inspiration, and impact. And I think it is so critically important for us to use our imaginations. And we always encourage people to say, wouldn't it be cool if? Then you fill in that blank. Well, that's how so many things get done. You know, when you do that, you're using your imagination, and that's usually what inspires you. And then once you're inspired, that leads to the impact. We had 6 people here tonight that basically have done that. They may not have said it exactly in those words, wouldn't it be cool if we did this or built that, but they used their imagination on something that they wanted to do with business. That inspired them, and now we're seeing the impacts. And one of the cool things I think about Anderson and Madison County right now, I grew up here, my wife is from here, and you know, for so long, the thing that you would always hear when people would try to be encouraging about Anderson and Madison County is, oh, we're better than people think we are, you know? And it was because we had just gone through that tough decline that we all know we went through. And that seemed to be the presiding speech. You know, whenever somebody tried to be a cheerleader for the community, it'd be like, you know, hey, it's okay, you know, we're gonna be all right. That's not what you hear anymore, because we're already rebounded. You know, everybody would talk about the rebound. We're going to rebound. we have rebounded. Thanks to the mayor and so many other people in this room and throughout the county. And we're on the cusp of really great things in this community, in this county. And tonight really shows how that is possible. The next 10 to 15 years, and I know that sounds like a lot of time, but it won't be. The next 10 to 15 years is going to be a tremendous transformation as we continue to grow and continue this rebound. So thanks to Flagship for doing this. This is so important. Thanks for all of you for coming out and supporting, especially those of you that are here supporting these entrepreneurs. That's so important that they have that support. And thank you. Let's keep growing this great community.
Thank you so much, Tom. I'm going to keep you up here. Yeah, I'm going to keep you up here. And I also want to say, like, Tom only had 5 minutes today. We had a great podcast together. Flagship has a podcast now. Go listen to our episode. We got 30 minutes. You really get to hear Tom's heart about what Community Hospital Anderson is doing, what we're doing here in the community. This guy has held different roles within the community, been a pillar for a long time, and he continues to invest, again, as you see here today. So thank you, Tom. Let's give it up for Tom again and Community Hospital Anderson. Thank you. So now we get to get to some fun stuff for you guys. We're going to do some raffle giveaways right now. And Tom, I'm going to keep you with the mic. You're going to help. Let me pull some stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. So these...
I feel like this is the Price is Right now.
All right. So these wonderful prizes and gifts were donated from every single one of our finalists here this evening.
Oh, cool.
They wanted to really give back to you guys, show their thanks, and also let you experience their businesses and uniquely their identity and what they do. So we're going to go through a few of these things. We got our bucket here. You want to do the honors?
Sure, I will, yeah.
All righty. So first, we'll actually give we have a little bit of Flagship merch. So we got a Flagship Pitch Competition Yeti. So that one's going to go first, along with a t-shirt. So go ahead and...
All right. This will be so cool when I draw my wife's ticket first. And these tickets are in your lanyard.
Yeah, everybody
right?
should have a ticket in your lanyard. Everybody should have got one.
All right.
Unless you work here.
Yeah, 144270.
Who's that? Eddie, yeah! You know what? I just ran up those stairs. I'm probably going to ask you guys to come get it.
Yeah, you're going to come on down for this.
All right. Up next, we're going to do it's a gift card and a sweater from Twister Soda Bar.
Sweet. All right.
She got so excited.
All right, here we go. 144298. Oh, there's a lot of disappointment.
Anybody? No, you gotta claim it.
Jessica's, let me
Wait, is it yours? Is it yours? You can't do that, dude.
It's not me.
Okay. Let's just toss that one. Let's pull a new one. If you're in the overflow room, speak now or forever hold your peace. Yeah. Okay, we're moving on.
All right, here we go. 144195.
Oh!
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that was easy. No stairs. All righty. This one, it's actually a plant. So this one's a little complicated because it's a plant from Little Shop of Flores, but it was purchased by Genoa Sales and has gift cards for all the other contestants
cool.
this evening. About a $75 value here of gift cards supporting these local businesses from Kevin Long at Genoa Sales.
Very good, excellent. So, I'll just read the ticket in my...
Yeah.
Let's see here. All right. 144296. There's a lot of...
Come on, guys. Who's got it?
296.
Anybody?
Oh, up there.
Yeah! Hey, Jim. Oh, you want to take it up there? I can't do stairs.
And that was effective. She used her light on her phone because
Smart.
you guys
Don't miss your ticket.
only
guys.
look like 2 lights to us right now. We can't see any of you.
This one I selfishly want, so I don't want to raffle off, but I'm going to. This is from Janelle Davis at Dream Team Academy. It's a Saturday care voucher for your kiddos.
Oh, nice.
So if you want a date, if you want to have a day off and have your kids watch, this is a great one. So,
Excellent.
by all means.
All right, here we go. My kids are 24 and 26, so that might be a little awkward.
Still at home?
Yeah, right, yeah. Not long out of the home. 144223.
Anybody?
We have some dramatic losers.
All right, we're gonna.
Oh, right up there.
Yeah. All righty. Up next, we have a $50 gift certificate to Inspire Edible Designs.
Oh, yeah.
Get that custom cake off.
Yeah. I think I ate $50 worth of cake pops tonight, by the way. 144212.
All right, going once, going twice. All right.
All right.
No.
144192.
Really? 2 in a row?
I think that means we get it, right? All right, here we go.
Nobody's running from overflow? No? Okay.
All right, 144169. So dramatic in here.
There we go!
Hey,
All righty. Up next, so Grow West, because they have multiple things, we have a basket from Little Shop of Floors, but also a basket from Jackrabbit Coffee. So we're gonna first do the Jackrabbit Coffee one, okay? These were both donated from Grow West LLC.
Try the lavender tea. It's a big hit. 144291.
Those sides are so depressing.
It is.
God.
It is both sad and funny at the same time. 291. Anybody?
Okay.
All right. Here we go. 144234.
Gosh, this is so sad. I feel like my team just put a lot of duds in there just to stress you guys out.
165. 144165.
Really? Can you guys read? Like, I'm concerned at this point.
Keep going through the bullseye, that's all.
All right. 144289.
There we go, yeah! Alrighty, and now we got our little plant basket, a little fairy terrarium.
I know.
All right.
Again, this is from Little Shop of Flora, Grow West LLC.
144230. Hey!
You are, sir. All right. Instead of raffling these off, I just want to throw some shirts.
Ah, nice.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Wait, still need you up here.
All right.
Let me get this off stage. All right. If I could have, are the judges? Hey, judges. Are we ready to go? 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
All right. Tom, let's hear your best joke.
Yeah. I'd like to invite Josh to sing a song for us now.
I got nothing.
That's good.
Oh, this is awkward.
Trivia.
You've been with Anderson.
All right.
I don't want to say a long time. It's
Well,
not.
I'm 58 years old, by the way, everybody. When did the lemon drop open?
54, 54?
And whoever yelled the question, do you know the answer? All right, well, sometime in the 1900s, we know that.
Yeah, I got nothing. I wasn't prepared for this. I should have been. Gosh. We're gonna just start over. Let's get the contestants back in order and we'll just go to. Actually, we are, because it looks like the judges are wrapping up. I'm gonna invite the finalists to come on down. If I can have the finalists, let's give it up for the finalists. Let's have all 6 of you come on down, come on down. You line up right here on the backdrop. Come on down. All 6 of you have done such an incredible job in preparation, in telling your story, and letting the community truly buy in to what you're creating here for our community. So thank you so much, each and every one of you. And I do want to do a really big shout out here, because this whole time, this is a pitch competition. But they've treated it as such a camaraderie. They were in it together, and they didn't look at each other and look at each other as competition. But they saw people with visions looking to make their home a better place, and they were bought into each other's vision. And so I just want to give a huge shout out to that camaraderie, that essence of community. Like, let's just shout out every single one of you guys. Thank you guys so much. Oh, we got the judges back. All right. And can I have the results, Natalie?
Yes.
All right. If you want to go ahead and grab the runner-up trophy. So before we get into this, I am going to talk about the awards again. Again, I like to lead with this, so you all know you're all in on the secret. So again, every single finalist standing up before you here is going to be walking away with a prize this evening, no matter what. Again, they have already they went through an application process with over 30 other applicants, and they have competed to be here tonight already. And we've already seen the opportunity and the growth that they are doing, and so we want to support them however we can. And so no matter what, we want to make sure we have at least a small way to support them. So every single one of them is going to walk away with something. The runner-up prize consists of $7,000 cash, 20 hours of professional coaching, Projection Hub custom projection template, 2 co-working memberships for them to begin to build an office space if that isn't something they have, and then Growth Wheel software. Really what Growth Wheel software is, it's a CRM and business management platform that Flagship here has a partner with this national company to help businesses build systems and formulate themselves. If they're still in an Excel spreadsheet or still doing something like that, we want to help them build a better foundation. So this program allows them to do that. Our grand prize winner is $15,000 cash, a year of office space here, along with 2 co-working memberships, 40 hours of professional coaching, Projection Hub custom templates, Element 212, one of our sponsors, working in graphic design with them, CHS Intech, providing IT services for their business, as well as Growth Wheel software, with a grand prize package of being worth $30,000. Yeah, thank you. All right. I'm stressed right now, guys. All right. The judges, I just want to again thank you. It's not fun having to do this, but you guys have taken the time, have been thoughtful with your questions throughout the evening, and have come to a decision, and I appreciate that on a timely manner. So, first, how this is going to work, I'm going to ask for a drum roll, obviously, and then I will announce the runner-up. From there, I will ask for a second drum roll. Get into it, guys, come on. And then I will announce our grand prize winner. Are we ready? All right. I didn't even have to ask. And the runner-up for the 2024 Flagship Pitch Competition is Inspire Animal Design. Tom, if you could grab.
Thank you.
And for the grand prize package of $30,000 in value, the winner of the 2024 Flagship Pitch Competition is Little Shop of Florida, Pro West LLC. Let's give it up for our winners this evening. Come on, let's get loud. Let's get loud. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you all for coming, but don't let your support end tonight. Shop local. Local by choice is the Madison County Chamber's mission this year. Let's be local by choice. Let's support these businesses. Let's not end it here tonight. Thank you for coming, and we will see you next year.
Building community. I'll come by and buy my wife her 41st wedding anniversary. There you go. When is that? September. But no, she's got her birthday coming up. I'll stop on that. Oh, you got your mask. Oh, right on. Oh my goodness. I've got that on booth. I've got it.
Why do you want to come and see me?
All right, Josh. Yes, thank you for the opportunity.
Please let me know whatever we can do.
It's tough. It's tough.
Hey, good job. Alright. I was gonna say I was gonna go up. Can't get out is
Yeah, almost.
I just told her. I know. Well, you know what? There's one of those